What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Sports Minorities Podcast. I'm your host, JC, your resident Titans fan, joined, of course, by our Bucks fan, Rob. And our Niners fan, who's not at his home location, but still able to join us, we got Chicken
Yes, your boy. What's good?
Nori's not able to join us this week. Or Rob, do you have a pretty good reason why he wasn't able to join us?
I don't know. He lost to me in fantasy last week. So,
Rob putting it lightly. He didn't lose to him. He got that ass. Thanks, bro.
Yeah.
Too good. Too good.
Close doesn't mean like the
Triple
Steelers
perfect, bro.
or anything. Yeah,
Triple
we'll be
perfect.
close.
No Ron Brown. Got no chance, bro.
I can't lie. I'm probably about as salty as he is about it because I needed not a lot of points from Roethlisberger and Juju Smith-Schuster to keep me out of the last place game, and I lost by 6 because Pittsburgh is choking right now, and so I am in the last place game. And in my league, if you finish in last, you have to fork over another $25 to pay for the Champions Trophy. So. Very good idea. I could be out another $25 right now playing for potentially Rob's trophy, although he's going up against our buddy Nacho, who's having a killer season. So I know Nori had Chase Claypool. He just needed one touchdown from the guy. He could have won. So but yeah,
Bro. Triple perfect, bro. No Ron Brown. Hey, he didn't have a chance, bro. It's all right. No, he's trash.
As for us, our Twitter account at SportsMinorPod, you can join in along with us. Just kind of chat along with us as we. Let us know your thoughts on the week's games. If you're watching us live, feel free to join us. We're going to be making picks for Week 16, recapping how we did last week, and also talk a little bit about the college football playoff. Now that we have a top 4 in this crazy football season, college and pros, did they get it right? And this is always the debate, and I'm going to tell you right now, I strongly disagree with it. I think Rob does too. I don't know if Nori's or if Chicken Wing's watching college football or not, but
Nah. It's just work's been killing me. So all I've been focusing is NFL and beating you scrubs. That's all it is.
Well, you're not winning right now. Let's look at the standings right now to see how we all did.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, I went 9-7. I'm at a point right now where I got to take a stretch a little bit. I was right on the Chargers. Hey, I got one right.
Hey, you got one of them.
Yeah, so I had
whatever.
to take a few chances, but everybody else went 11-5, and overall I'm at 139-83. Chicken Wing is at 142-80, and both Nori and Rob are tied for first at 144-78. And with 2 weeks left to go in the season, in our season-long pick set with pretty much $80 on the line, $20 a person. So
notice I'm in striking distance. I told you, boys, it's gonna happen. I told you.
Excuse me. Now, of course, letting you know, obviously, once the NFL regular season's over, it won't be that it for us because we do like to do a whole bracket challenge. Oh my God, Chicken Wing, what the hell? You're having too much fun.
Sorry,
the fact
bro.
that you have access to a bet here, so.
No, my phone was dying, so I had to plug it in. So
okay.
I had to move locations.
That's the excuse we're going with. Okay, cool.
Yeah, thanks.
As far as last week's games, any picks you guys regret making?
Ooh, last week's?
Yeah.
Steelers pick. Oh my
God. Okay, well.
God.
The funny thing is, before that game, I thought maybe I should change it. I need to do something. Like, maybe there's an off chance the Bengals can pull this off. But I was afraid,
an awesome
I'm going to fall
stretch
further behind. I'm going to fall further behind. I was like, no, it's Pittsburgh. They can clinch it and just rest. They really just need to clinch the division. I did not expect a choke job the way that they had. And it was full game. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that's the only regret I regret. I regret. Oh, yeah, I know the other one I regret. Where'd he go? The Las Vegas and the Chargers one. Yeah, you were right about the Chargers or the Raiders just not being the same after losing Casey.
Chicken Wing, you there? Because we can't see your picture. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, didn't actually charge his phone.
I guess not, or he got a call or something. So now the screen's on. Oh, here he comes.
Oh, there he goes. Dun, dun, dun,
dun. You there?
I don't know what happened there, boys. I'm back.
All right.
Oh, he's
you good?
Back. All right.
I'm good.
So we were just talking about picks we regret, and let's talk to you real quick about your 49ers.
Let's not. Let's please not. Okay. Let us not talk about that.
We're
Okay.
going to.
We don't. We don't. Okay, fine. What do you want to talk about?
Do you regret picking them?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because of the fact that we had 4 turnovers. We had no business winning that game. 4 turnovers.
Yeah, we're still in.
And granted, without those turnovers, we would have beat the dog monkey piss out of Dallas. But yeah, no. No. I had no business. Picking them.
Okay.
As much as I love my team. The only other pick that I was kind of salty about, but like not really, was the Pittsburgh game. But it was the opposite that happened. Cleveland won, so Pittsburgh needed to win still, and I was like, all right, cool. Now they have a reason to win, like you said, JC, and look where that happened.
I don't know what is going on with that team, man. It's like it just all caught up to them.
I think they're getting exposed.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Back to your Niners, and more specifically your marriage. What did your wife tell you when her Cowboys beat your Niners?
We don't discuss this.
Do you want her to bring her on the show right now and ask that question? Because we might be...
You know what? No, we're not going to. No. All right, cool.
Come on.
Right when she is. Y'all really want me to go get her? Y'all really want me to go get her?
I mean, unless you're going to answer the question and tell us what happened here. So, did y'all have a bet going on between the two of y'all or not? So,
oh, no, we didn't have a bet. No, okay. We didn't have a bet.
No,
I got
his brother, though.
I got a lot of texts from my brother that day. About 14 memes.
Shout out to DJ.
within the first 10 minutes of the game being over, I got about 14 memes just from him alone.
Appreciate you blowing up Mike's phone.
Augustine dropped about 74 memes.
That's why he's got to charge his battery right now. He's still trying to charge it from all that shit. So.
Oh yeah, it was pretty bad. Literally, like
what?
Oh God.
What are you lying about?
What?
What
exactly.
are you lying about?
Hello,
yeah, what are we doing? Get out of here. On the podcast. Get out of here. What are you doing? Roll out of here. We don't do this. We don't do this here.
You notice Mike hasn't turned his camera back on yet, right? And
shut up. It is back on. Is it not back on?
It's on.
No, it's not.
I can see him.
Robbie. Yeah, Robbie, you're just bad.
I just have him disabled.
Oh,
okay.
that's what.
Yeah. I now have a Dallas floor mat in front of my house.
Mm-hmm.
A doormat. Sorry. Mm-hmm. It's pretty blue in my house. Let me just put it that way.
We're gonna be putting the Dallas license plate thing on his car.
I mean,
no, we're not gonna do that. Listen.
So basically,
we have the same record as Dallas.
But except here's the big difference. You're eliminated from the playoffs. The Cowboys somehow are not. Because of
I know this.
So
I know this.
But congrats to your wife on her bragging rights until you guys play again.
Shut up! Don't do that.
Hey, no, that's the thing. When the Cowboys play the Titans, I get with bragging rights for 4 years. So I'm holding on to that for
Screw
4 years until
Screw that. No.
So. All right. Well, before we move on to Week 16, let's talk a bit about the college football playoff. Obviously, they send their rankings every week leading up to this, and my thought is like, you know what? I really don't want to talk about it until they give us a final ranking because that's the only one that really matters. I'm a bit annoyed by it, honestly. Bama's number 1, and I'm okay with that because they are defending champs. I mean, you got to take out the top team, right? Right. Clemson, I think, was not defending. I can't even remember. It feels like so long ago since we had a sports with that.
But are they undefeated though?
Yeah. So Clemson, number 2, I agree with. Their one loss they avenged, and in crazy fashion because their one loss was to Notre Dame without Trevor Lawrence in South Bend. They came back and just beat the snot out of him in the ACC championship. So, yes, number 2.
Okay.
Ohio State. Okay, I get it. I'm just bothered a bit, like why they got some heavy consideration. I'm just.
I saw a meme. I saw a meme because I don't know anything about the situation, but I saw a meme with it. Ohio State bought a ticket in. So I'm assuming that's what Rob is about to get into.
No, like they literally played seven games,
6 games, I
six
think.
games
Six
this whole
games.
season. You have teams that are playing an entire season
Mm-hmm.
who have almost completely unbeaten records, or maybe BYU has one loss, right? One loss, two loss.
Who?
BYU.
BYU.
BYU has one loss
Yeah,
to
BYU is a
Coastal Carolina.
one-loss team who played a full schedule.
Yeah,
Okay.
There was no, oh, they had COVID. Okay, we're not going to play. Da, 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 da.
yeah.
They played a full schedule with or without players on COVID list. Like,
But okay, Ohio State.
how are you?
Ohio State won the conference championship. Okay, cool, fine, undefeated. 6 games.
Cool.
I know a lot of those games aren't their fault because COVID issues with the rest of the Big Ten. Nothing they can really help. Blame the Big Ten for scheduling it all late and everything. So
Right.
what throws me off is number 4. Notre Dame gets
Notre
in
Dame.
despite getting blown out the day before, and it's always seems that the Irish choke at this point in the season. You know, the first time playing an ACC schedule, and everyone's clamoring like, well, why isn't A&M in there? Well, I don't think even A&M should be in there. They didn't win the SEC, and I know that the rules, the CFP, it's not a playoff to me anymore. The fact that we've had a few years of this, it's just an invitational, because you're keeping teams that deserve a shot, like Cincinnati, who played in a really good AAC. Sure, it's not a quote Power Five, but they ran their schedule. They're undefeated, and I think they have a shot to potentially win a national championship, despite maybe they didn't play tougher opponents. But you never really know until you play these games. And
Right.
True.
how do you judge these conferences when most of them play just themselves? I mean, the Big 12 went 0-3 against the Sun Belt this year, and the Sun Belt champion is also undefeated, Coastal Carolina, and they're not getting a shot.
That's unheard of.
Yeah.
That's unheard of.
So
Like I don't follow Bearcats football. I follow Bearcats basketball.
yeah,
But that's like for you to say all that, just like that actually surprises me because usually another big name, UK, Louisville, both big names for college football.
basketball usually actually. Wait, well, I mean
Yeah,
football.
Well, basketball too, but like recently football. Like Louisville has been producing some decent players, you know.
Yeah,
And and like you said, A&M. I mean, granted, in the conference that they're in, they didn't win, so okay, you don't deserve a shot.
that's
But why is
why is
so?
it
Why is Ohio State in there again?
they won the Big Ten, and people seem to think they're talented enough to be in there. Even they only played 6 games.
Played 6 games.
Yeah,
man. Like
6 games.
you actually.
And you know, and then I get it. It's maybe it is a step up from the BCS, but even then, the BCS was 2 teams, and you never gave the mid majors a shot to win a national championship. Um, but now, okay, now it's 4. The next stepping stone is obviously 8. It better be 8, and you better be able to put in teams from these other conferences that maybe they're not Power Five, but they deserve a shot to be in there, because this is supposed to be the national championship for all of college football, and
Yeah, it
you're
doesn't make any
only
sense, like-
limiting it to 5 conferences, which sucks because
Yeah, I mean,
half
that-
the
that
more than
makes no
half of
sense.
yeah more than half of the teams don't get a shot to play, which sucks. So I mean, that needs to change. Maybe that is the next step here, but the only way Cincinnati and Coastal Carolina can prove they deserve to be in, they got to win their bowl games. I think Coastal Carolina is going to the Peach, or Cincinnati's going to the Peach Bowl to play Georgia, an SEC team. And if they beat Georgia, do what UCF did and just claim a national championship, because UCF did definitely deserve it that one year they went undefeated and didn't get a shot. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just ranting a bit, but it just sucks because you can. What's the point of playing in a conference if it means nothing to get to a national championship?
I mean,
That's-
no one's arguing that.
yeah. So, I mean, it seems like every other sport, even in professional, you still have to win your league or your conference to play for a championship. So,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
on to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Rob. What do you want to say?
No, like, yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah. Well, let's go to week 16. Christmas weekend. Merry Christmas, everybody. There's not going to be a Thursday game this week. Instead, they're moving that to a Christmas Day special. We'll have 3 games on Saturday, and then your usual slate, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. This, of course, is the last week before week 17. Week 17, they're going to flex one game.
Everybody's own day.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens here. Week 17 is always the toughest to pick because you never know who's going to rest and who's going to happen. So Now, Nori, like I said, is not here. He's still wallowing in his defeat to Rob in fantasy football, but he
Right,
did send me
right.
his picks, so we're gonna be getting his picks first as we go through each of these games. Um, and
That's
then
his fault for not being here.
yeah, we kind of just somewhat randomly did the draw here beforehand before we started streaming. Rob's gonna pick second, I'll pick third, and Chicken Wing will pick last, primarily because he is on his phone right now at a undisclosed location where his wife can just jump in and start yelling at him, which is great. So.
No, no, no. Screw that. I'm gonna lock the door. This is ridiculous. It's trash in my room today. I'm going. Go ahead.
Let's start with the
Let me
Friday game,
let me
3:30
get the Shawn Michael pose.
Central on NFL Network and Fox. Minnesota at New Orleans. The Saints basically getting a second shot to clinch the division if they haven't already. I don't think they have.
Oh, damn.
Nori's picking New Orleans. Rob, what about you?
I've got New Orleans this one. There's something about the Vikings offense that I just can't trust right now, and Lord Breezes is back. Like, yeah, he didn't play his greatest, but like as the game went on last week, he just got better and better. So
Starting to warm up a bit, right?
yeah, I was like, well, Lord Breezes is back. I'm picking New Orleans.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same for me, New Orleans. They can clinch it now. They're still in the running for a top seed. Obviously they need a little bit of help to do that, but yeah, I definitely have to go with New Orleans on this one. Chicken Wing, what about you?
I'm gonna go with New Orleans. The Kansas City game just showed a lot. Obviously, closer to the end of the game, they started picking up speed. They being New Orleans, showing who they are and how they can attack. And so, um, like what Rob said, Breeze is warming up, getting back to his normal comfort zone. So once he's on it, y'all seen it. Man decimates defense like it's nothing. Right now, Minnesota ain't got none. I mean, it's better than Dallas for sure, um, but yeah, no, there'll be too much. There'll be too much for Minnesota to take. Now, mind you, Minnesota has screwed over New Orleans twice, playoff games, but this ain't a playoff game. So I'm
No.
gonna roll regular season Saints.
Yeah, they shouldn't leave it at any chance to get that. So not at all.
Yeah,
All right. Saturday we're getting a triple header. Three games, all on NFL Network except for the second game we'll get to regarding Chicken Wings team on that one. But we'll start with Rob's team. His Tampa Bay Bucks are heading to Detroit. Noon kickoff on Saturday. Rob, who you got?
Taking my team, of course, Tampa, but my worry is the secondary blowing their coverages. Like, man, some of these points, it shouldn't be this high, man. Like, what happened to the defense we had at the beginning of the year? Like, it's not injuries, it's not like it's just them not playing up to their potential. But yeah, still taking Tampa Bay, definitely over Matt Stafford and the Lions. Man, they should score.
Well, if
Oh,
even Matt Stafford, because he got benched this past week in middle of the game for
oh
Chase
yeah,
Daniels.
that's right.
So yeah. Nori is also going with Tampa Bay. I'm going with Tampa Bay as well. They got to keep pace. They have a lot more to play for than Detroit. And Detroit, yeah, they got their one win after firing their coach, and it seems like at this point they're just like, let it roll. Chicken Wing, what about you?
definitely gonna go Tampa Bay
Hmm.
on this one. Not because of what Rob said. Rob's an idiot, but I'm going Tampa Bay because of the fact that what weapons does Detroit have besides AP? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Mhm.
Exactly. I don't know what you worried about. Yeah, your secondary got blown up by an offense led by Matty Ice. That's a different offense. You got nothing to worry about. Y'all gonna smack them around, hands down. It's gonna be 28-3, and it's gonna stay that way, 28-3, Tampa Bay.
Rob, I did forget to ask, how sweet was it for you to be on the end of a Tom Brady comeback against the Falcons again?
Oh, that was great. It was like
Now you know what Patriots fans feel like.
I'm 17-0, which is it's Falcons. Okay. Julio Brown, touchdown.
Exactly.
Woo, let's go. First touchdown. Oh man, that was great.
Yeah.
Remember what JC said? No lead is too safe when it comes to Atlanta.
Exactly. They could be up 40-3. You just never know. So,
You just never know.
Yeah.
Give them a half. They're good.
all right. Now, Chicken Wing, you're going to pick this next one first because it involves your 49ers heading to Arizona.
Cardinals. We're done. Cardinals.
This
Don't
game,
even speak on it.
I want to note that this game is going to be available only on Amazon Prime and Twitch, not on your standard
As
TVs.
it-
So, yeah.
As it deserves it. This is not even worth watching. Cardinals is gonna smack the dog shit out of them. I got CJ Beathard starting because Nick Mullins can't hold the ball to himself. He don't deserve the F bomb in this show. No, I don't know why Kyle Shanahan left his ass in there after the third turnover. Like you should just, hey, you're done. But no, wanted to keep him in there. Blows my mind. I don't get it. So and like you saw what happened afterwards. As soon as you lose, Moster's back on IR.
Mm-hmm.
Season's done.
Might as well save him. Yeah, just chill it. So, Nori also picking Arizona. I'm picking Arizona. They're at home. They're in the running for playoffs. The Niners seem at this point content to be playing for a draft position. So
that's it.
Unless they want to mess things up in Week 17, which potentially could happen. You never know. So, Rob, what about you?
Same thing. Cardinals all the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Easy enough. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. I'm just it's over. Season's done.
All right. Saturday night game is Miami going to Vegas. The Raiders have been shit since they lost to KC in a close game. Nori is taking Miami. Rob, what about you?
I learned my lesson. I'm taking Miami. Like this Raiders team. Raiders team that was like, hey, we have Darren Waller. Let's check it down every single down. Now it's like, yeah, we're going to try and throw it downfield, and we're going to get picked, and we're going to, like, no, play the game that you were doing so well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm taking Miami in this one. It's a close one. This may be your stretch game. I don't know, but, yeah, I'm taking Miami.
No, I'm taking Miami. I tried to tell you guys last time on the Raiders. I said the one win they had since the KC game is a game they should have lost had it not been for Greg Williams trying to keep him in the running for Trevor Lawrence, which the Jets blew that. So the Raiders have only beaten the Jets since they lost to KC, and that's just telling for how the rest of the season is going to go. I'm wondering at this point if Gruden's going to keep his job, but that remains to be seen. So I'm going with Miami. They're still playing for playoffs, and the Raiders at this point are just blah. Chicken Wing, what about you?
Do it.
Come on. So you're gonna lose me here for a second. I'm gonna mess up y'all's stream because something bothers me about what you just said, Rob. And I have to look at this now. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I apologize. This won't take no more than 3 seconds. I promise. Rob, I swear to God, I hate you so much right now. Okay.
What is it?
I'm gonna be the lone wolf on this one. I'm gonna go with the Raiders.
Thank God.
Okay. Reasoning?
We'll go with it. So a couple of the key injuries that I was kind of paying attention to, they're coming back on defense, and so I think a combination of that and the East Coast team traveling to the West Coast team. I'm joking, JC. I'm not
it's
the
wrong
logic.
way. It's the
But
wrong
anyway.
way, and it's a night game. It doesn't even matter. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Actually, no. This one's a combination of both the key defensive players coming back, and this is gonna be more of my stretch pick on this one, the underdog of the week. Even though they're at home, I'm gonna go with the Raiders on this one.
Okay. All right. Give me a chance to catch up. Now I don't seem too crazy with some of my stretch ones, right? So, all right.
Mine seems logical though.
Sunday early game, noon game kickoff. This one should probably be easy for us, I think. Atlanta at KC. Believe it or not, with Pittsburgh's loss to Cincy, KC has wrapped up the top seed in the AFC. I don't know. No one's come out right and said it unless there's some weird formula they could potentially lose it. I've gone through every possible scenario I can think of on the NFL playoff machine, and KC is just locked into one. Doesn't matter. They could lose the last two. But that being said, we know Nori. He's damn sure ain't picking the Falcons ever again, so he's going with KC. Rob, I imagine it's the same for you.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with KC. Like, I think they'll want to have the 1-game cushion. Now, next week, if everything's locked and they have nothing to play for, that might be a toss-up game. But
yeah,
this definitely.
No, they didn't lock it, bro.
But I mean, okay. The reason I think they locked it is they could lose the last two, the Bills could win the next two, and the Steelers can win the next two, and somehow the Chiefs are still locked into number one, unless there's some other strength of victory or some weird tiebreaker that they haven't wrapped up yet. That's the
You
only thing I
can
think
play
of.
with like some of the tiebreakers.
Yeah, but if they haven't locked it up, then yeah, of course I'm taking KC as well because they can lock it up here and rest everybody next week. So I mean, what better?
I mean, yes, you're right.
Yeah. So I mean, just do it at home. This is your last home game of the year. Wrap it up. You're done. Rest everybody against the Chargers, which is what I picked in the prediction. So, so yeah, KC, chicken wing for you.
KC.
Yeah.
KC. Like what you said, they still have to lock it.
Mhm.
Once they lock it, then you're straight. You're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have to mess around with the playoff machine and kind of figure that out.
All right. Cleveland at the Jets.
Taking them.
No way. Cleveland for Nori. Rob, I assume same for you.
Yeah,
Wow, the hesitation really bothered me right there.
Is it because the
Yeah.
Jets finally won a game and sometimes these teams get two in
they
a
beat
row?
the Rams.
Is that more about the
Who
Rams or
lost
the
to us?
Jets? Yeah, so
Who lost to us twice?
I don't know how they beat the Rams. Like they had no business beating the Rams. They had whatever. Yeah, I'll take Cleveland. I mean, they beat the Rams.
You're
I,
still in shock about that, aren't you?
I am.
aren't we all?
Here, let me do the Sean McVay. Hold on. That was the whole face. Those last 30 seconds again.
The funny thing is, I think the saddest picture I saw was a Jets fan who already had a Trevor Lawrence Jets jersey. Sad because his Jets won and no longer own the number one pick or not in the driver's seat for that.
Facts. That's
So
great. That's great.
the funny thing is, normally when these teams that have been defeated for most of the year finally win one, sometimes they get two in a row. But Cleveland is putting up 40 damn points a game. I mean, they're on fire right now. Cleveland has an outside shot to still win the division with the way Pittsburgh is collapsing. So I'm going with Cleveland too.
Exactly.
Chicken wing, same for you.
Same thing. This is gonna be sweet, bro.
Yeah.
This all Cleveland. Cleveland's too strong right now. And with the way Pittsburgh's getting exposed, it'd be a 2020 season for Cleveland to take that division over Baltimore.
Well,
Oh my God.
Pittsburgh might get exposed again because they're hosting
They take
the
it
Colts
together.
next. And Nori is going with the Colts. Rob,
I've got the Colts. Yeah, I've definitely got the Colts on this one.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's collapsing.
I don't know what happened.
Juju, I think they've confirmed he's not going to be doing TikTok dances before the game because it hasn't exactly worked out for him very well. So I'm going with the Colts.
He was on fire last week, though, bro. 95 TikToks
Please.
last week, bro.
I would love for Pittsburgh to get it right and beat Indy. That would help me out a lot, but I just don't see it right now. Pittsburgh's in free fall. And if they lose this and Cleveland wins, it's an easy flex. Pittsburgh versus Cleveland for the division will be Sunday night next week for Week 17, if that scenario plays out. So, I got Indy beating Pittsburgh. And Chicken Wing, I assume the same for you. Or are you changing it up on us?
Oh, he's going to do the
Part of me
flex.
wants to go Pittsburgh on this one, bro.
Stretch.
Part of me wants
it.
to go Pittsburgh on this one.
Do some yoga and stretch. You're already laying down anyway.
Oh.
Get that
You're right. I'm already laying down, bro. I'm already getting the pose ready, bro. Look at this.
Gotta get that stretch in, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Get
I
older.
don't know. Part of me wants to go Pittsburgh.
What you doing? Follow your gut.
It's Phillip Rivers, though. That's the X factor. I don't know which version of Phillip Rivers is going to show up for this game. It's at Indy, right?
Yeah, but do you expect Ben Roethlisberger to have two bad games in a row?
It's rare.
Yeah.
Yes.
He does, but it's rare.
Mhm.
This would be a third game in a row. Let's go.
Oh.
Damn it! Don't tell him I'm
Oh.
trying to let him do the math in his head.
No, shut up. No, he had a bad game last week, though. Like, the other game, he just got beat up on.
Yeah.
You know, like last week was like a legit bad game. Like I've never seen Ben do that piss poor ever.
I mean, 40 yards at halftime. That was pretty.
That's
good.
what I'm saying. Like that's unheard of when it comes to Ben.
Mhm.
And then I don't know if Carson's still playing right now. Oh, unless he's injured. Oh man, it's that pass defense though of Indy that just blows my mind right now. It's too good. It's too good.
Make a choice.
Make a choice, dude. Waiting on
I'm
you.
gonna sit on Indy right now, but if I change my mind, y'all gonna see it.
Here's
Y'all
praying.
see it.
All right, I'm praying that you do and that you're wrong. That's what I'm praying for. So yeah.
Okay, you better pray that I'm wrong. But if I'm right, oh, Rob, just saying.
All right. On to Chicago at Jacksonville. Nori is going with Chicago. Rob, what about you?
Wait, they're playing. Oh no. Yeah, we're taking Chicago.
Yeah. Jackson.
Montgomery decided to show up, and Jacksonville's kind of just eh.
Yeah, one friend of mine is a big Jags fan. He's from Jacksonville. Before the Titans played Jacksonville, I just texted him, "Go Titans," like I usually do, just because we always try and get together. And we couldn't do it this year. He quickly just texts back, tanking for Trevor, and that's the strategy. The Jags are doing it better than Jets right now. So yeah, I'm going
That's what
Chicago.
I'm saying, bro.
Going Chicago.
Patience is a virtue, bro. I'm going with the Bears on this one. I mean,
Yeah.
they got control now. Why they gonna give that up to back to the Jets?
Exactly.
Outta here.
The Jets couldn't even get that right? So
Nope.
yep.
It's truly a Jets
Yeah.
thing to do.
All right. The Giants at Baltimore. Nori, he would pick first anyway. He's taking Baltimore. He's at the point where the season is done for his Giants, man. So
I knew he would back off on that. Remember a couple weeks ago? Oh yeah, we could beat them. We could beat Baltimore. No, you can't.
I mean, a couple weeks ago, it looked like they could have. Now, not so much. So I mean,
no, dude. I even said a couple weeks ago. I don't care how good they are. They're not going to beat Cleveland, which I was right, and they ain't going to beat Baltimore. I'm telling you. He was super confident. Like, that's an easy game. We're going to go ahead and beat it. They're not the same team from last year. We know that, but your team is nowhere near where they're at. I said it around.
You got to pull that clip because
yeah.
You definitely need to pull that clip because I'm telling you, he was super confident that they were. I even said, no, they're not, bro. Like you're
in his
stretching on that one.
In his defense, Baltimore wasn't putting up 40 points a game like all of a sudden that they found their offense again at that time. So, but Rob,
I mean, it doesn't matter. He can still run the ball.
Yeah,
Giants can't stop the run.
Baltimore, I never doubted this. I've got
That's what I'm saying. Like the Giants can't stop the run. Their defense is top notch.
I'm no longer a believer in the Giants, except for maybe Week 17 they could beat Dallas. So I'm going with Baltimore now. So sorry, couldn't beat Cleveland. I took a stretch on that one, thinking, okay, maybe the Giants can pull this off. Colt McCoy, quarterback. Nope, couldn't do it. So yeah.
Nope.
Yeah. So Chicken Wing obviously going Baltimore. He's sticking with that as well. So
going Baltimore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick with what I said a couple weeks ago.
All right, final noon game of Sunday, and one that I may potentially be stretching on. Cincinnati at Houston. Nori is going with Houston. Rob, what about you?
This is even though the spread's so hard, I actually kind of want to take Cincinnati in this one.
What is the spread? I don't even know what it is.
9, and Houston's favored by 9. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
By 9? Jesus Christ.
Did they see the Monday night game? Yeah.
Like,
9?
I'm gonna take the safe pick in Houston, but Cincinnati is actually, still playing.
No, take the stretch, Rob. Okay, you telling me, take the stretch.
You're playing. No, I ain't gonna know.
Yeah, I've said it already. I'm not picking Houston the rest of the damn year. Screw that. Going with Cincy. I've been burned too many times picking Houston and it not panning out for me. So I'm going with Cincy.
Let me put my legs out real quick for JC because that man is stretching for this one.
I know.
Oh my God.
I did some yoga earlier when I was making that pick, but honestly, Cincy, I feel a lot more confident now. The fact that they beat Pittsburgh on Monday night, and played it pretty well. So if they come with that same intensity in Houston, who not looking too good right now anyway, so I like the Bengals there. So I'm going with that. I feel a little better about it. Chicken Wing, judging by your reaction and that half-ass stretch that you just gave us on the cam, you're going with Houston as well.
I mean, yes, this is true. Yes, I'm going to Houston on this one. Half-ass stretch. I'm old. 31, man. I mean, I'm
39. What's your excuse? Whatever, man.
I'm just getting in there.
All right, Sunday late afternoon. We'll start in LA. Denver is going to take on the Chargers. Nori picking the Chargers at home. Rob, what about you?
Oh, this one's actually right. The Chargers are at home in this one, right?
Yeah, Chargers
Yes,
are home.
Chargers at home.
I'm gonna take the Chargers on this one. I think Denver's just too young. I mean, so are the Chargers at this point, but Drew Lock has still got a lot to work on.
Yeah, going with Chargers as well. I know it's a little too late for them to make a shot at the playoffs, but they're starting to mesh and they're starting to get that, and they're building confidence going into next season with the young group they have. So I'm just going with the Chargers at home here. Chicken Wing, what about you?
Everybody always picking the safe pick. It's ridiculous, I'm going with the Chargers too, but that's because of Justin Herbert.
Right.
Hey, nothing to do with the safe pick. It's Justin Herbert. He's too solid right now, bro. He's better than Drew Brees. Yeah, that's my boy too, but I'm just saying.
Now, suddenly in the crazy NFC East, Carolina is going to Washington. And this is a lot on the line here as this works out.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
right.
So,
Oh my God, this game was. Oh man,
yeah,
so much on this game.
this game was originally scheduled for noon and was moved to 3:05. Not sure reason why, but it gives 4 games in the 3:05s in the late afternoon slate.
I know why.
Nori is taking Washington. Rob, what about you?
I'm taking Washington in this one. I think they have a lot more to play for. Just because this basically locks in their spot for NFC East. Like they win this, they're guaranteed a playoff spot.
Yeah, I think they clinch. Do they clinch the division if they win and the Giants lose? Yeah, if they win and the Giants lose,
Magic
Wash-
number is 7.
huh?
Magic number to get in for the NFC East is 7.
Really? Jesus, crazy. But only because Dallas still has a shot, but Dallas needs a lot of help to get that too. But Washington, yeah, I'm going with Washington football team because if the Giants lose, and they're going to see that early in the game, Washington will clinch, and they can rest everybody and just clinch the division at 7-9. Can win the NFC East. That's really what it comes down to. Now, of course, there is a scenario if they lose and New York loses, and Washington blows a Week 17 and the Giants win, the Giants would clinch the NFC East at 6-10.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? So,
Didn't I have that one
I
time?
think you might have had that at one time, but
Week 13?
I want to say,
So, yeah.
yeah.
But doesn't the Giants play Dallas?
Giants
Yeah,
play
Week
Dallas.
17?
Yeah. So,
It really comes down to.
and then we need
Unfortunate.
Philly to beat Washington in the last game of the year. So, but I'm going with Washington. Chicken Wing, what about you?
Man, there's so much on the line.
If
on that
Philly
game.
wins out and Washington loses and Dallas loses, Philly's in.
Every team
Yeah,
is
that whole division still has a shot. So I don't even care about that division right now. Every team in that division has something to play for. So that's not even an excuse here.
Giants could still make it.
Yeah.
I technically they can. Surprisingly, it blows my mind too. But it's Ron Rivera's old squad, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part that I'm like super like hyped about. It's just like that's just fate crossing lines right here.
Mm-hmm.
Bridgewater's playing solid though. That's the thing.
Didn't exactly look so good last week though, because Carolina got spanked.
1 week though.
Huh?
1 week though. Come on. You gonna judge them off for 1 week? They're
I'm not
playing
judging them for
teams-
1 week, but ever since their bye, they've been shit. Let's be honest here.
Judging them off their 4-10 record. That's what I'm judging them
Yes.
off of. So 4-10.
And Washington's what 6-8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 games, boys. 2 games. That's you really gonna do that?
Fantasy is 2 games.
One of these teams can go to the playoffs. That's all I'm going to say. So you can blame that on the division, but still, they're still in the running.
I can blame it on division. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Man, this one's a coin flip to me.
Okay.
To me, this is the game that's a coin flip because
Boy,
Washington
boy.
still has no weapons, but the defense is actually pretty decent. But they got swept by the Giants. But they beat Pittsburgh.
And they beat Dallas, who beat you.
Not this game. I'm not even.
He set
What
it
a
up.
2020
He
thing for you to
set-
tell me.
He
It's
set
ridiculous.
it up.
I did set it up.
So
But that's
what's
the
your
thing.
pick?
Yourself right
That's
into
the
that
thing.
one.
And we beat the Rams. We beat the Rams, who lost to the Jets.
The Jets.
Yes, I know.
Thank you.
The circle of defeat. The circle of defeat is complete, basically.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
this I can't pick this game.
Okay.
I can't pick this game.
Who are you leaning right
Now-
now?
Oh yeah, I beat the Rams. The Rams lost to the Jets.
I am gonna lead to Washington because yes, obviously they have to win to keep control of their division if they want a shot. But I honestly am also picking Washington because this is a very well placed, well written comeback of the year story for Alex Smith, and I've always respected him as a player,
Yeah.
even when he played for us. And so I personally want the Washington football team to take that division, and tell everybody in the NFC to shut up, and then win the Super Bowl as a 1-0 Washington perfect team ever. That's me personally, but no, I'm gonna go Washington on this one. It's a coin flip, but I'm gonna lead more Washington on this one.
Okay,
All right.
real question. If the
Go ahead.
Washington football team wins the Super Bowl, do they end up changing their name ever?
No.
I don't think they should.
No.
I don't think they should.
If you
You have
win,
to keep for life.
if you win a Super Bowl without a mascot, that's your good luck charm. I mean,
That's it.
they hadn't
Yeah.
won. They hadn't won one previously as the Redskins in years. So, at that point, it's you change your name and all of a sudden you have all this string of luck. You can blame it on 2020 all you want, but the town will embrace that name. Hail to the football team is going to be the new song. That's really what it's going to be about. So,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
yeah, keep it. Might as well. I mean, they're already going to do it for another year. Hell, if Cleveland Indians become the Cleveland baseball team and they win a World Series, you think they're ever going to change their name again? Hell no. They'll stick with
No.
it. So, yeah.
Real question: do you see a Cleveland versus Washington Super Bowl for 2020?
I could potentially
Look
see it
around, Dave.
happening.
Look around, face.
Cleveland's the hottest team. Cleveland's the hottest team and the scariest team in the AFC right now, going to the playoffs.
Rob, are you serious?
No,
That's a legitimate ass question,
Because he
bro.
wants Tampa there. That's why. So
no, I want Tampa there. What the hell is your problem?
Take the bias out your answer. Like, can you honestly see? Can you get out? JC, you know what? No, JC, you're a homer too. I can't even ask you either because you're gonna.
I
figure
said
no,
I could
Tennessee.
see it. I don't want to see it, but yes, I could see it. I'm just saying.
Okay.
So
See, JC is honest, bro.
yeah.
You're just. I can't stand you, Rob. Get out my
How
face.
is that not being honest? I am supporting my team. Look,
I know you're supporting your team, but I'm asking you, can you legitimately
2020.
see?
It's Tom Brady's year to say, "Haha, stupid Belichick." What? There, right there.
I mean, in a way, he
Okay.
already did. The Patriots are out of playoff contention. So,
Oh, that's true. I
yeah.
guess.
That's true.
So yeah.
Yeah.
The
No,
same
okay,
week,
no,
the
no,
Bills
okay.
lock up the East.
Okay.
I'm
We'll,
just
we'll,
saying.
we'll talk more about that when we get to the Monday night game because there's been a lot of trolling going on. So we'll talk about that.
Oh yeah.
On to the next one. Philly at Dallas. Nori would be picking this one first anyway because it's in his division. He's taking Philly on the road to win this.
Oh my god.
This will probably be another coin flip, but Rob, where are you going?
Oh, I'm not picking Dallas. No, I'm not. Never.
He refuses to pick Dallas.
I know Pollard is off right now as an actual running back, and they have a running game now to go with. CeeDee Lamb making like run back, kickoff returns or whatever. But I'm gonna go Philly. I think Jalen Hurts is bringing a new dimension to this Philadelphia offense, and I think that dimension is what makes him win.
Philly lost last week, right, to Arizona?
Yeah, they lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a blowout. Like they lost by 7, I think.
I'm right in the hot
No, they
hand
kept it
right
close
now.
the whole game.
I'm right in the hot hand right now. I'm going Dallas. They've won 2 in a row. Yeah, they still have an outside shot to win it. They need this win. They suddenly believe in themselves again. They play with passion. They beat San Francisco without Zeke, for crying out loud. So they get him back, and they're at home. Philly right now. Jalen Hurts hasn't won on the road yet, and he's got to prove to me that he can. So
He's a 1.
so I'm going with Dallas here, and I think this would knock Philly out of the playoff contention if they lose this game. I think the loser of this game is out. So there's playoff.
Loser out because they can't hit the
Losers out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
losers
so
out.
this elimination game.
This is a playoff game basically, and I think Dallas is going to get this one. Chicken Wing, what about you? Are you a believer in the
Dallas,
Cowboys
no.
since your Niners got beat
Shut up.
last week?
No, Philly. Fly, Eagles, fly. I want to hear that trash come out your mouth. I will never
we have to go get your
Even though
wife
I've
again.
gone for Dallas. Even though I've gone for Dallas earlier this season.
I need you
I
to
will
hear.
never do it again. No. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Gonna have to go back to some of his chicken wings old picks. Got to see how many times he's picked Dallas this year.
I did pick Dallas. I said I did pick Dallas a couple games this season, and I thought they had business winning, but I lied to myself. But
They had no business winning
actually
last
no,
week. I'm just saying.
because I did pick them to beat Cincy, and y'all were like, I don't know. I'm like, come on, no, Dallas is gonna beat Cincy, and what happened? Your boy. Thank
Yeah.
you.
All right. And the Rams at Seattle. Chicken Wing, it's your division. You're picking this one first. Two teams in your division. Rams at Seattle. Who you got?
Look in your faces.
Yeah.
Part of me wants to say 2020 is gonna have the Rams sweep the Seahawks. Part of me wants that, but I know Russell Wilson knows better. So no, I'm gonna go Seattle on this one.
Yeah. Nori's going Seattle as well. Rob, where are you going?
Oh, I know they lost to the Jets.
We've been saying it all damn episode.
And they lost to the Niners twice.
And they lost to the
Who
Niners.
lost to the Cowboys.
But when they play good teams, they actually win. So I'm gonna take the Rams on this one. I think a good defense. I'm gonna say screw all of y'all. This is my stretch pick of the week, and I'm going for the win. So LA, let's do this.
All right.
Give me a reason to win this. Oh, go ahead, Rob.
Well, Rob's doing yoga over there. I'm sticking with Seattle. Sorry, you lost to the damn Jets. Even the Raiders didn't
Done.
lose to the Jets. I'm sorry, I just
Done.
can't. At this point in
Done.
the year, no, you're taking a loss like that, embarrassing as it is, and now you're going up to Seattle. Yeah, I'm going with Seattle. So, all right, Sunday night game, and one that I got to pick first because this has everything on the line for both teams. Tennessee at Green Bay. I've said it. I worried about this game because of the weather. Because I worried about what the weather's going to be like. Because it seems whenever we play, we're snowy conditions. Thankfully, there's no snow forecasted. But the high that day is going to be 31 degrees in Lambeau.
That's perfect football
And
weather.
it's a night game.
That's beautiful football weather.
That is
Oh,
perfect.
beautiful.
Perfect football weather for a running team. Give me my Titans to pull an upset, keep pace because they need this one, and really shake up what can happen in the NFC because I think if the Packers win, I think they wrap up the top seed as it is. So, yeah, I'm going with my Titans to pull an upset because I think they're Green Bay's favorite right now because they're at home. So, tighten up. Let's do this. Let's win one in Green Bay. Mainly because one of my wife's cousins is a Packers fan. I might see him this weekend. We go Laredo through a mask, obviously, and so we might be just talking crap in English and Spanish. So, going with my Titans. Nori is going with Green Bay. Rob, where are you going with this one?
I think Green Bay is going to come out with a lot of passion because this does lock in a first round bye.
Mm-hmm.
So they have the most to play for. Like Tennessee honestly could lose this and end up playing against the Steelers if the Steelers somehow manage to lose. Steelers win. There's some scenario where like you guys might actually be playing the Steelers. Playing the Steelers right now wouldn't be a bad thing.
No, yeah, we could. I think the way I ran the machine out, we would end up playing the Steelers. It just depends how the seeding pans out if we win the next two and get a little bit of help. But yeah, there's a shot we could play the Steelers and get some vengeance in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, so like there's some scenarios where like them losing this week isn't really that bad. So I'm gonna go with Green Bay on this one, just because I don't really think the Titans have much to play for at this point. Like they have a playoff spot, and at worst they play the Steelers. At best they end up as 4th seed and playing Cleveland. So
I think if they end up on the road, there's a chance they play at Indy if Indy wins the division. That's the trade off there. Yeah, so
I mean,
and then Cleveland could also win their division, and then that'll force Pittsburgh again to be a away team.
yeah.
So there's a couple ways that Tennessee could end up playing Pittsburgh, but it just depends on who's going to be hosting. Is the question.
And I'd feel more comfortable having a playoff game in Nashville than on the road. I mean, they tried to
Yeah.
run it through the road last year exclusively, and then just came up short in KC. So give me one home game in the playoffs. That's
Yeah,
all I'm
please. I mean, that's all I asked you to do is to make a Chick Wing versus Nori. I mean Chick Wing versus JC, but no, couldn't do it. I did it. You couldn't do it.
Yeah, you couldn't beat KC either. You blew that in the Super
Doesn't
Bowl.
matter.
Okay,
Should have been.
okay.
Hey, you know what?
What's your
Let's move
pick for
on.
this
Let's
game?
move on.
What's your pick for this game then? Tennessee.
Oh, it's gonna be Green Bay. They're locking up the NFC. No, they're done.
All right,
Green Bay's gonna lock up the NFC with this game. I'm sorry, JC. I love you, but I hate you.
whatever. All right, Monday night, Buffalo at New England, and we're gonna bring this up because Buffalo has clinched the AFC East, and it knocked the Patriots out of the playoffs completely. And I think there's a bunch of billboards that have been purchased around Foxborough with a bunch of Bills fans celebrating. So Bills Mafia meme game is strong.
It's already started, baby.
Oh my gosh. So congrats to the Bills, but obviously they still have a lot to play for. If Casey hasn't locked up the number 1 seed yet, I think the Bills have an outside shot to get the number 1 overall seed, but they can finish as high as 2 right now. So Nori's going Buffalo. Rob, same for you?
I'm going Buffalo. Like, New England really doesn't have anything to play for. And I think next week is just going to be the big FU to the Jets when New England loses again because, why not? Let's make them not the even second round.
Exactly.
That's Belichick's way of making sure they don't get Trevor Lawrence, right? Yeah, I'm going with Buffalo, and they want to stick it to get a big win in Foxborough. They're still trying to play for seeding and getting a potential top 2 seed, even though it won't get a bye. Still a favorable matchup. Chickawing, you're Buffalo too, I assume.
I'm sticking with Buffalo. I'm still sticking with my scenario that Buffalo's going to purposely lose Week 17 to keep Baltimore out. I'm sticking with that.
That is goodness.
That could happen. Yeah, that's true. Curious to note though, with what's happened to the Patriots, I know we talked about Cam Newton there. Is Cam Newton's time in New England done? Because it seemed like it started to fall off. Like, is it potential he goes elsewhere?
I think the media wants him done. I think the media wants him gone. Being in the Northeast, it's either you show up or you shut up. That's it.
Yeah.
And
but
so
okay, the media wants him gone, but like you had him play with what? Like
no weapons. Oh, I'm not saying the talent isn't there, but at the same time, what if Belichick doesn't stay there?
fine.
You really
What's Cam gonna do?
really think he would leave at this point now? Like I don't know if Belichick would leave on a season like this. He
No,
wants to prove
Why?
something. He wants to prove that he can win without Brady.
He wants
So,
to leave on top.
yeah.
Like, he wants to,
Obviously, he's not doing it.
Not this year.
Obviously.
So
Not this
Yeah.
year
But what makes you think Robert Kraft's going to keep him?
because he's Belichick.
because he's won him how many Super Bowls?
Yeah.
I'm aware of what he's won him, but who has he won him with? They were all times.
Okay. Do you think Peter Holt would fire Greg Popovich if he has a bad year this year with the Spurs?
Absolutely. No, I'm just
No.
kidding.
Okay,
No,
so
obviously
that,
not.
I mean, that's the comparison
not.
now. So I mean, I don't know. I think Belichick at this point he's deserved to go out on his own terms, and
Yeah.
if he at least
Oh, absolutely.
pushes one more year at least, he wants to prove he can win. And
But you can't turn
Patriots know how to
a
draft.
whole franchise around in just 1 year.
No,
I lied. Yes, you can because San Francisco did that. Harbaugh did that with Harbaugh.
Yeah. So.
But he had talent already. Willis was already there. Alex Smith was already there. New England doesn't have talent. That takes a couple years, bro. Look at Miami. Look at Cleveland. Well, Cleveland took too long. Cleveland was like chicken for me. It's slow to adapt.
yeah.
Takes me a good 5-6 games before I started figuring out what you're doing. I don't see Belichick turning a team around in exactly 1 year with no talent already on the board. I can't see it. That's why I think personally, if Belichick wants to leave, now's the perfect time. Bye. You got all this trash here. You deal with it. That's how I see it.
Okay, we'll see. I just I'm not sure if I see Cam Newton still in New England after this year. That's my only thing.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
For multiple reasons, but it sucks for him too. But if he does leave, we got a team that's needing a quarterback.
I knew it was going to come to that. So.
Listen. It has nothing to do with him being black. We just need a quarterback. Okay, I'm just saying. I mean, you give Cam Cam himself being a running threat with Ayuk, with Debo, with Mostert, with Kittle. Rob's just like putting his head to the side because next year I'm gonna smack that ass. Just saying. Give me Cam, give me Dak. That's all I want. That's all I want.
All right.
What do you need two? No.
I said give me either. I don't want both. That's too much
I
money.
mean, the word "and" implies both. So
I said give me Cam, give me Dak. I'm implying I want either of the two.
Somebody roll it back, clip it.
Yeah, clip it or something.
Please clip it.
It's not Twitch,
That's
but
fine.
somebody can clip it. So.
Go for it.
Well, that is our picks for Week 16. Next week, of course, we'll see how these play out. We'll have one more week after this, Week 17. We'll make our final picks and basically our final playoff predictions. Because whenever we pick Week 17, we'll see how this plays out. Who's resting, who's not. And is Rob going to be a a fantasy football champion? Final fantasy football, right? Fantasy football champion. And am I going to be basically paying for his trophy? That's the big cliffhanger going into next week. So
No, the big cliffhanger is going next week is Chicken Wing going to get that repeat? I'm telling you, baby. This week's going to
you keep stretching,
set it
man.
up.
You give me shit for stretching last week, so you keep on stretching, man. So
I know you ain't talking about stretching. I know you ain't talking about stretching. Man.
The only real
Let me turn over. Let me turn it over. This is ridiculous.
What was that, Rob?
The only real stretch pick this week is the Rams pick.
Yeah, yours is the Rams, and then I had a stretch pick, which is the Raiders.
Oh, that's right.
That's really it. Yeah, that's really it.
And I'm picking Cincy. I don't call that a stretch pick. I just don't trust Houston. That's just what it comes down to. So
I mean, you were burned by Houston
Yeah, I was
like
burned
18
a lot.
times this year.
Yeah.
So, you know.
All right.
before we
Wait. Did Nori pick the Falcons?
No,
No.
No.
He just didn't pick
he did earlier this year. He's not picking them the rest of the year. So I mean, it's
Who they playing again? I already forgot. Who they playing
KC.
again. Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. No,
Yeah.
KC has no reason to pick the Falcons.
Stretch for that one.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
Go for
All
it.
you.
Go for it.
Oh no! Oh no! Ooh.
Thank you everyone for watching this later, and feel free to comment. If I mentioned a friend of mine that passed away last week, thank you everyone. I think I put the link to the GoFundMe in it, and I'll put it again on the description here. We hit our goal for that in 36 hours. We're still taking donations. He passed away suddenly, and the family does really appreciate all the help that you guys are able to provide for that. This close to the holidays, we do wish everyone this weekend a very safe Christmas. Enjoy some football. Stay safe out there. If you're gonna be family, just be safe about it. Mask up, everything like that, and that way you're able to still be here and celebrate New Year's Day with all the craziness of bowl season. That being said, I also want to say go Runners in a bowl game, First Responders Bowl against Louisiana this Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Unfortunately, the head coach tested positive for COVID. Probably won't be with the team, but I'm really would love for my Runners to get their first bowl win. They've had a really, really good year playing for a conference that played a full season. Just saying. I don't care if they're mid-majors. A lot of these mid-major teams, I think that's one positive we had about this college football team. I'll leave with this, is when all these other conferences weren't playing, all these mid-major group of 5 conferences were getting national TV spotlight games, and they were showcasing some great talent. I'm a little biased, but UTSA at Texas State, Nori was there at that game. I'm jealous that he was there, but it got me another year of bragging rights over my wife as my Runners pulled it off in overtime. But a hell of a game to have on national TV for that rivalry. In my opinion, the best rivalry in Texas right now, so I love it. So thank you everybody for watching. We wish you guys a safe Christmas. We'll see you next week, making our final Week 17 picks and our final playoff predictions before the new year. Down here, chilling on his side, we got Chicken Wing. We got Rob.
Yo,
Bucks
let's
fan.
go Bucks. Woo!
And I'm JC. It's worked for me 2 weeks in a row. I'm going to say it again.
Go it.
Tighten the fuck up and beat the damn Packers, Tennessee. Let's do this. So, check you out later on the Sports Minorities podcast. Laters.
Peace.